This is an All Sports Station production.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. With that, let's get out to venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Standing by with the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback out of North Carolina State. It's Phillip Rivers.
In some ways, he reminds me of a past NFL great who played the quarterback position as well. Jawing with the opposition, trash-talking a little bit, doesn't mind getting hit and battered around some. That kind of gets him into the game. But once it's time to lock in, Phillip Rivers does that as well as any quarterback in the league.
To throw, Rivers. Open man is Trey Burton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
Ryan Kelly's a great example of how valuable the centers have become in the NFL. A former first-round pick, he was plugged in immediately to be a starter to handle big nose tackles as well as blitzing linebackers, and also able to move and get out into the run game and get to the 2nd and 3rd level and deliver blocks.
Ready! Block 15! Get that quarterback!
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Robert Quinn gets to the quarterback as well as any defensive end in the league. A lot of it goes back to his high school wrestling background. He understands leverage and hands as well as anyone.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They're led onto the field by the former 3rd-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback Nick Foles.
Love his build, love his arm. Had a Pro Bowl season with the Philadelphia Eagles, looking to scale those heights once again.
Wide 80. Mike 54. Rip left, rip left.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Foles. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL, because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, 65 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Block 11! Let's go, let's go! Wait, 85!
Rivers from the gun on third down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Justin Houston is truly one of the elite pass rushers in the league. Knows how to get to the quarterback with a variety of moves.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. On play action, they'll throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, they're going to have some space here on the free kick.
You're exactly right about that. They just wish that they could have the free kick and not give up the 2 points.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, got tight left, tight left. 3 down. Hey, check it.
They begin the drive with Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Check, 390. Black 15. 59. Black 59. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
We're okay. 180.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Look.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Rivers to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Secondary 90. Black 15.
Black to 59. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Play fake. Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Rivers. Complete to Hilton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rivers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal there to make the grab. And the Colts have taken the lead.
We always admire a guy who can go through his progressions and find the open receiver. I believe we just saw that there.
And we admire him just a little bit more when it goes for a touchdown. Now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. That time a 9-play drive, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Wide. Here we go.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Now Foles. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the ground, it's Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Black 11!
Focus, defense, focus.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
It's just me and you.
Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now it's Hines. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. He's got it to Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man on the out route. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Just like that. Just like that.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was Buster screen to knock it away.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On the draw, this is Cohen.
Go, run.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Foles. And the catch is made by Riley Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
Check.
Here we go.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Draw play, Cohen. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
180.
Watch my board. 3 bud. Check the backer.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Back.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Robinson's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Here we go. 180.
54.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This just a 24-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ready! Round 80!
No. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Play action now, Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Mike.
Right. Black 15!
I'm scared.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. Been a decent start for him here in this 1st half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
go, go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You got nothing. Slam, slam, slam. Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Montgomery. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. "51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Good yardage there for the Colts, 18 and a first down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Good job, fellas.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Rivers now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, the Bears break through, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30, 10, and with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed, indeed.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that makes it a 9-point game. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing.
Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. There's Foles. His throw incomplete. David Montgomery, the target, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They run with Hines. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit,
bro. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. The connection made. It's Graham. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Ready, black 15!
59. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On second down now, it's Hines. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Mike, step 180! 180! What we got? White! Got hot!
To throw, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mack. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Stay there! 180!
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Rivers to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved.
Yeah.
You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bears take over. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. He's checking.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They try again with Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's third down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come to my world. Come to my world. Here we go.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, you've told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases, because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. On second and 11 now. Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Mack on the counter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Set 180. Set 180. You better be afraid of me. You better. Right, 89.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Good move at the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. Again, it's Cohen, and he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, In this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And the Colts coming out now. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Green 80, 190.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Right there. Down, baby.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
I remember when I got into coaching and I was asking wide receivers coaches what they like about guys in certain situations. One of them said something that stuck with me. I like guys that present themselves to the quarterback. And on that play, short little route, had to be out fast. He did exactly that and caught it for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a carry from Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Certainly understand what they're doing there, 3rd and long draw play, but it did not work out.
And you can certainly hear the thought process, too. People are thinking, why are you running it there? You've got to throw the football. But sometimes you catch the defense napping. You take a little bit of a chance there. It just didn't work in this case.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Mike.
Set, 180.
Check back. Kill.
Rivers now from the 50. And Pascal's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Nick Foles gearing up again here to go on offense. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer or something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Go.
Another try after the first down sack. Foles. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Foles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. He stopped to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Here's Foles. That is caught by Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Ready?
Check 53, Mike. Come on, baby.
We got it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Foles. It's complete to Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.